Hi, Darryl from Drop In Advising here to talk to you today about transfer personal statements. Before starting your essay, find out the guidelines and requirements for your target university's personal statement. Keep in mind the specific questions you need to answer and the word limit. For the University of Washington, they recommend between 750 and 1,000 words. Also, focus on writing information about you that is not provided in your transcripts. Instead of writing that it is your dream to study there, write about how you align with the university's mission and motto. If we take a closer look at the University of Washington's personal statement guidelines, there is a lot of information listed. If you try to answer every question, you will not meet the word limit. My advice is to focus on one question from each required area. I got into archery when I was a Boy Scout. Ron LeClaire said, "Archery is like a journey. It begins with a love for shooting a bow and a passion for watching our arrows fly. In the sport of archery, all you need is a bow, arrow, and a target. All other accessories are not required or needed in the sport. Your essay should detail your passion of your journey towards your major." Think of your personal statement as a reflection of your journey towards your dream. We all have defining moments in our lives, meaningful experiences that stand out in our memory because they influence our lives. Focus on a few specific moments that exhibit the passion you have for your intended major. How epic is your essay? The university admissions officers read hundreds or thousands of essays, and having your essay stand out is critical. Your essay should be carefully crafted so that it is memorable and that the reader will remember the contents of your essay, even after reading all the other essays. Is there a moment of elevation? What defining moment rises above the everyday? Does it provoke memorable delight? What is more important, the moment or the experiences? Is there a moment that captures you at your best? For example, notes of recognition, awards, certificates. Is there a moment of insight? What moved you? What changed your point of view? How do you connect to the university mission and model? What do you know about the university? What does that university offer that others don't? Time flies like an arrow. Time is linear and only goes in one direction, forward. When writing your essay, keep the timeline in your essay linear. A linear timeline displays organization by detailing your growth. It explains where you began, your steps to improve, and where you are now. A linear timeline model works well for essays asking you how you developed your interest and prepared for your major. This is a sample essay of a student who was admitted into the University of Washington Foster School of Business. Tianyue! You should be practicing math problems right now. My mother pushes me like this every day. The two characters in my name mean the most brilliant star in heaven. I was gifted to this name with both my family's best wishes and highest expectations. Coming from a family of scholars, I know that diligence has been our motto. But my idea of finding a career path came during high school. To enrich my school life, I joined the business club. With encouragement from my peer mentor, I signed up for the mock career competition held by Westarton, where I led my team to simulate the process of founding a company and learning its operations. As my experience grew, I was fascinated by the immense world of economics as a theoretical basis and as practical application of knowledge. Therefore, in 2019, I applied for an internship at the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China. Working as an accounting assistant in one of the four biggest banks in China was thrilling and meaningful. It also provided me a deeper understanding of the economy and business. Assigned to the International Trade section, I was trained in organizing data and managing paperwork on business procedures. Although experiencing firsthand how closely economics was connected to our daily life, with all the theoretical knowledge I obtained in college, I found myself lacking practical skills in applying what I learned. This has strengthened my determination to pursue upper division study. To better nurture my independence, I decided to study abroad in the United States. One of the biggest setbacks I encountered was language barriers. Languages carry more than just words and meanings, but also cultural connotations. When exchanged among a group of people, languages are alive. However, they aren't as lively when taught through a textbook like a math problem. I found myself struggling with expressing myself, mixing pronouns and misusing tenses. The barrier even hindered my understanding of my professor's lectures. I was unable to take notes while listening to the lectures. To help overcome this, I sat in Starbucks every weekend and spoke with people for at least 3 hours to practice my listening and speaking skills. This is a sample essay from a student who is admitted into the University of Washington Jackson School of International Studies. Kiar! This hoarse, screaming song lasted a few short seconds, then repeated itself a few times. As I looked up into the clear blue sky, I saw a dark gray barred underwings and light gray barred breast of a hawk streaking above the gigantic reddish-brown pyramidal cedar trees behind my house. The hawk wasn't just gliding through the sky, but pursuing after a tiny grayish-green Japanese robin. I was born and raised in a remote village nestled within the countryside of tiny Toyama Prefecture of Japan, where the whole world around me was, essentially, Japanese. Everyone in my village was literally Japanese. Although growing up in a homogeneous society has some advantages, for example, common culture and traditions, a continuous shower of stimulation from both Japanese and foreign media created a sense of curiosity for new ideas, exotic looks, and interesting food. Quite often, the Japanese news would mention these encounters between the United States military in Japan and surrounding Japanese communities. It was hard for me to truly grasp the concept of tension with foreigners in Japan when everyone around me was Japanese. The 2011 Great Tohoku earthquake caused extensive damage to buildings, and the resulting tsunami caused many deaths in northeastern Japan. The following day, the Japanese news reported that the US military in Japan began Operation Tomodachi to assist with relief efforts. On the news, I heard about Black Hawk helicopters bringing vital supplies to the devastated areas. I became immensely inspired after hearing Hawk on the news and aspired to help foster international relations between different cultures. I also researched the meaning of my name in English and learned that it means hawk with intention. Medium-term goals are ones you seek to accomplish within 2 to 3 or maybe 5 years following completion of the program you are applying for. Long-term goals are where you see yourself in 10, 15, or 20 years. The point of discussing these goals is to help demonstrate your intentionality in applying to the program. The Writing and Reading Center is open every day of the week. Please check their homepage for information about their hours of operation. They have tutors who can help you proofread your essay and help you find ideas if you are stuck. Do you need more help with your personal statement? Email it to us at ipadvising@greenriver.edu, and we will get back to you within 48 to 72 hours. An arrow must be pulled backwards before it can fly forward towards its target. Though you may feel that writing your personal statement is dragging you back with difficulties, it means it's going to launch you in the direction of something great. So just focus and keep aiming. Good luck, everyone.